Just a quick video this week to give you an update on the Mini-Me's, give you a progress report, so to speak. We've been moving along. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but the reason for that is we jumped from van to van to van to van. We're working on 4 vans at once here. So it doesn't look like a lot is getting done because we don't focus on one thing till it's finished. We did a stand-in. This is a mock-up of the panel that's here. We've got a drawer, a full-length drawer there. We've got a vent for our inverter, and then this is the breaker panel. So we used pine, 3/4 inch pine, to make our stand-in. This is our prototype on the CNC printer. And so now we're pretty well set with it. We're gonna make a couple changes. This vent is gonna slide down and flush up with the drawer. Of course, everything's gotta be edge banded. And when we slide this down, flush it with the drawer on this side, that's gonna leave us room here for a USB port. Depending on if you're gonna sleep with your head this way or the other way, you will have a USB port within reach, always. Just about everything in this van is within reach, no matter where you are. You could be driving and make a cup of tea. Another thing I worked on this week was the baskets for under the bed. As you can see, I've settled on these. Aren't these cute? I went through a lot of time and effort choosing different baskets to try to find the one that would be the right width, the right height, that could spin and fit in the aisle. Okay, these are all the concerns we had with these baskets. I went basket shopping. I didn't have to buy too many baskets, thankfully, before I found a basket that was just perfect. So now, depending on which color option you select, I've got a perfect basket for you. I almost contracted to make custom baskets, and then I found these. Aren't these nice? Another feature that I am really excited to have built. I've been digging this thing since the design stage, and it's finally here, and I'm digging it. The pizza shelf, the dresser drawer, the clothing shelf, whatever you want to call it. You didn't even see it, did you? It's no lower than the sun visors, okay? It's right on line with the sun visors. We got a little seat belt here. It drops down to your headrests, and there it stays. And you can stack all your clothes in here. And we've got this thing mounted in such a way that it does not block or interfere with that shelf that's in the front overhead of the cockpit above the sun visors. So you got a lot of room back here. You got a lot of room. You can stack your clothes. It's just like the airline cabinets we put in Mr. and Mrs. Sprinter's van. So they have one on each side, and we call them airline cabinets, but this is where you're gonna get 2 stacks of shirts, one here, and in the center you could put socks and underwear. It's basically a drawer on the wall. And this one's bigger. Seat belt, boom, you're off to the races. So we shorted the sides so they don't interfere with your side airbag curtains. And we have got a really cool plan for the floor of this thing. Think sailboat. Another big idea we worked on this week was hinging the bedboard. So now you have easy access to all the electric components in this compartment. You will have a 4-inch memory foam or 3-inch memory foam mattress here. So what you'll do is take that mattress and fold it over, and then you can open up the bedboard, full open access, wide open. Look at this. You get access to everything. I've been putting this together now. I'm starting to run my wires. Very happy the way this is turning out. Components are falling into place nicely in this little power box. I started running some wire, and this one here is for the DC to DC charger, the Victron Orion smart charger. So that's connected to the chassis battery up front. And it was a relatively easy run once I figured out the route. The hole that you see that wire coming out of was drilled at this point while I'm designing the electrical system. Now that we know that hole needs to be there, it's going to be placed there at the point we make the subfloor. The CNC router will now have this little hole in its file, and it'll be drilled out when the floor is cut. We added this other wall along the side of the compartment. You might call it a bulkhead or a firewall. Basically, I wanted to separate the electrical compartment from the storage compartments that are further down under the bed. Safety's sake. So that will also be part of the cut list and built into the file where all these plywood pieces will be cut out in one shot out of one sheet. 37-gallon freshwater tank. I'm going to be putting this inspection hatch right here in the top of the tank. In order to do that, I have to cut a nice hole, 8-inch hole, okay? It's not so easy to do. With a jigsaw, you can do it, but it's not going to be perfect. Holy moly. Now, with the help of a little automatic transmission, I slid the rail.
Chip, you got a
onto each of
package!
those carriages. It worked like a charm. Hello! The blower. Muffler. You've got to have a muffler. A heat exchanger. Here it is. Here it is. The furnace. The furnace.